Right, this is 6.2 example number 4. We want to try to find here line integral over the path, this one. Okay, let me draw the path. So this path is also a straight line in this case. So this is x, this is y. You start with the 1, 2, 3, 4. You go up to 4, 0, 4. So 0, 1, start from there, go to 0, 4. That's one path. And then 0, 4 to 3, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then it goes up to 3. So it's a little bit come down. All right, this is 3, 3. Okay, so let's start with the 0, 1, 2, 0, 4, okay, in that path. So path, let's come up with the C, all right, the path, okay. So that path is you have to write down in parametric form, right? Again, 1 minus t is 0, 1. I mean, you might even need this one, okay? And then plus t times 0, 4. If you do that, if you multiply, this is going to be still 0. And if you multiply, that's going to be 1 minus t plus, that's a 0, and that's a 4t. Okay, so then 0 and 0, when you add it, it's going to be 0. So this 0 and this 0, you add it. The x component you are adding. And then y you component 1 minus t, and then plus 4t. So that means x equal to 0 and y equal to, if I combine, that's going to be 1 plus 3t. Okay. Now let's take the derivative. Derivative is still going to be 0. So derivative is going to be 3. If I square that one, derivative square is going to be 0. And derivative square is going to be 9. Okay. All right. So let's write down this one in... so we're going to add this path and we're going to add another path. Okay. So let's see. If I go from 0, 0, 0, 1 to 0, 4. So you can write this one again, 0 to 1, because remember that this setup is 0 to 1, because if x is 0, 0, 1, you can see that, right? 0, 1. If x is 1, that's going to be 4, 0, 4, right? 0, 4. That's why this path works from 0 to 1. Okay, I'm going to do that. And then 2 times your x is going to be what? X is going to be 0 plus 3 times square root of your y is 1 plus 3t. And then let's close this one, and then ds is going to be like a derivative of that square, so it's going to be 0 plus 9 square root and dt. Okay, so let's clean up a little bit. 0 to 1. And that last part is just going to be 3. So I'm going to pull out that 3 outside. And that's just the 0 that's gone. So you have 3 square root of 1 plus 3t and dt. Okay, and then 3 you can multiply it and you can bring it outside. It's going to be 9. What is the antiderivative of this guy? Which is 1 plus 3t to the power 1/2 is going to be 3/2, and divide by 3/2, and then times, you have to do the chain rule. The derivative inside is 3, so you divide by that 3. Okay, the chain. And then I'm going to go from 0 to 1. Okay, let's rewrite this one. So this is 3 times 3 in the bottom. That's a 2. So it's just going to be 2 there. I think everything is going to cancel out. I don't know. You see that? And then when I plug in 1, that's going to be 3 times 1 is 3, and 1 is 4. So 4 3/2 minus, if I plug in 0, that's going to be 1 3/2. Okay, so that's going to be 2 times, that's 4 to the power half, which is square root of 4 is 2. 2 cube is 8 minus 1, which is 7 times 2 is 14. So 14 is, if I want to go along this path, your line integral is going to be 14. Now you do the same thing from the other side, and I'm gonna just, okay, let's figure out what is the path, and then I'll write down the answer. Okay, so path is 0, 4, 2, 3, 3. If I go that direction in that path, so you're going to start again, 1 minus t times 0, 4, and then plus t times 3, 3. Okay, if I multiply, that's going to be 0, comma 4 multiply with the 1 minus as a 4 minus 4t, and plus 3t comma 3t. So if I combine this one, added this one, that's going to be 3t. 3t plus 0 is just the 3t. That's your x. And y is going to be what? 4 minus 4t, and then you're going to add 3t, right? So your x is going to be 3t, and your y is going to be what? 4 minus t. Did I do right this one? 4 minus t? Yep. Okay, so that is your curve, right? That's your path. This guy is your path, and this is your x is 3t, and then y is 4 minus t. And you can check that if I plug in 0 there. So remember that this path is 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1. And now if I plug in this whole thing and do the answer, I think you should get the second part. The second part is going to get square root of 10. Okay, and that is my total answer. All right, so let me know if you see anything not clear. Let me know. I'm going to stop here.